Hey guys, I'm Jeff from Home Built by Jeff, and today I'm going to teach Mrs. Jeff how to weld.
Okay, where do we start?
Well, first thing, let's set up the welder.
The welder comes pre-assembled with some spare tips, nozzles and some carrying straps. Start by mounting the spool so that the wire will feed smoothly into the liner, and keep hold of the wire so it doesn't spring open and unravel. Don't over tighten the spool, you just want enough drag so that the wire won't unravel itself. Next, open the feeder ready to receive the wire. This welder will take 0.8 or 0.6mm wire, so make sure you have the correct size facing out. Trim off the kinked end so you've got a nice smooth feed into the liner. Clamp down the tensioning arm and lightly tighten. Now you can plug it into any regular 10 amp socket. Remove the nozzle and the tip from the torch and then pull the trigger to feed the wire through. Once it's through, replace the tip, ensuring it's the same size as the wire you're using. Replace the nozzle and you're ready to go. And make sure you don't pull the welder around by the torch leader. It's not a vacuum cleaner.
So now we've unpacked the welder. This is a entry-level gasless welder, so it only takes gasless wire. You can't run any other wire in it because it won't work. Basically, this wire has a flux in it, where if you have gas, you don't need flux because the gas protects the weld while it's happening. The flux protects the weld. Otherwise, you get a splattery, porous weld that looks like this, and it doesn't work. First things first, we've got the welder out, run over the basic areas. You've got your welding voltage, which is basically the heat of your weld. Then you've got your wire speed. As your materials get thicker, you want to be able to melt through a further distance, so you turn up your heat, and you need to turn your wire speed up a corresponding amount. And it's got this really cool guide here. So
I'm welding 4mm steel, so I go along to 4, and I want I7 as a starting point. So I turn the voltage around to I, and I turn the wire speed around to 7, and I should be ready to go.
So now we've got it set up, let's get you dressed up in some safety gear.
So with a welding jacket, gloves, P2 dust mask, welding helmet, and make sure you've got a fire extinguisher handy. By ensuring a good, clean metal-to-metal connection with your earth lead, dipping your nozzle in nozzle dip gel, and spraying some anti-spatter spray on your job will all ensure you get a nice, clean weld. I like to keep the tip about 1 centimetre off of the surface, and you're looking for that pull. You just want to push it forward in a nice, smooth, even motion. Just chip off the slag and then give it a bit of a scrub with a wire brush, and hopefully you'll have a nice, clean, even weld. Now let's see how Mrs. Jeff does.
Alright, so that was your very first ever go at welding. How did you find it?
A bit daunting at first, but I felt more confident quite quickly. I got the hang of it, and yeah, it was actually quite fun.
I think you did quite well. I mean, for something that is not in your regular wheelhouse, you really picked it up and ran with it, and it works. And it just shows that practice will really bring good results. And it's amazing what you can do with an entry-level welder like this. Can do a lot. So happy welding.